Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make a few $100s in a matter of minutes. If you're interested, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. So this particular process would work if you are looking for claims in a district where you have to be an attorney and they don't work for third parties, right? This would probably be ideal for claims that are about $1,500 to around $1,000. Because what you can do is, although you're not an attorney, you can prepare the documents for the debtor and just invoice them. And hopefully you invoice them prior to. For this particular matter, I actually got paid before, so I don't have to go around chasing people for funds. And the way that I got them to do that is just say, hey, the funds don't come directly to me. And I always start my pitch with, I used to be a paralegal. I worked for bankruptcy attorneys. I can assist you with the documents. I used to do this before with attorneys. So for this particular debtor, that did work. So Mr. Gaines is the client here. His case was dismissed for failure to make plan payments. This is, again, the Eastern District of Virginia, where you have to actually be an attorney or the debtor to reclaim the funds. Keep in mind, the application is not the formal form that they use. This is an actual motion with an order and certificate of service, and everything is formula writing, and it is an actual, it's a form that you have to actually know how to fill in. So if you go down to his particular docket, you'll see that he's only getting back about $1,178, right? So I said, Mr. Gaines, if you give me 10% of that now, I'll send you the invoice. I will prepare the documents for you, and I will monitor it to make sure that you get a payment. In the event that the court doesn't issue you your check or something goes wrong, I'll give you the $117 back. He said, fine, what's to lose? So I went ahead and I drafted his documents for him. Of course, this is the ideal situation. It doesn't always happen like this, but you never know. You never know. So I went ahead and I did this. Here is the actual notice in motion that I prepared. And again, this form is located on the bankruptcy court website. Now, it didn't look exactly like this. I had to retype it because it looked like a generic form that you can handwrite in. You don't want it to look like that. I saw a lot of debtors in this district try to fill this form in and they missed something and it didn't look right. You can't read it. So I typed it for him. I made it look nice. I filled in all his information. I told him exactly what he needed to do. Please don't take this form or these forms and use them in a different state. This is only catered to the local bankruptcy rules and this district in Virginia. I'm just pointing that out. So I had told him how to fill this in the email to him. I'll show you in a minute the email that I sent to him. So here's a notice, a certificate of service. There's the motion where he got notarized. His information is listed here. And the date, he signed everything. There's an order, a proposed order that the judge will have to sign. You have to prepare that as well. And here's the document from the trustee that said the funds were available. So he submitted everything properly. And and this is all that I did. I sent him an invoice after our conversation. I prepared the documents. It took me 10 minutes. It didn't really take me that long at all because, again, this is all formula writing. So here's my email. Mr. Gaines, thank you for working with me. Please find the attached forms to review and print. For your review, your print, and basically you sign them. So I put everything in order to him. There's a W-9, everything that needs to go to the debtor for him to sign. Make sure you let them know what they need. Put it in order to them. Give them very detailed information, so therefore they don't have to email you back and say, what? I don't know what I'm doing. So I did all that. I told him that he needed to submit a copy of his driver's license, a copy of that letter to the court, a copy of a bill or something that had his current address. And once you have all these documents together, please sign and date them. Date the certificate of service. Put the entire packet in the mail. I said, you basically spell out exactly how you would do it so there's no miscommunication. I told him who to send the original documents to, who to send the copies to. So I did all this. These are my attachments. And basically, that's that. And so here you go. Here is his response back to me. I had 1-page motion for recovery of unclaimed funds. He notarized it, he printed it, and he signed it out. And I said, great, thanks for the update. Now here we are. I went ahead. I wanted to see if the motion was actually. Don't take your client's word for it all the time. You're going to have to follow up a little bit on it, right? You don't have to do that much work on this. So I went just today. I went ahead. I wanted to see if that motion was actually ever filed in. Give it a few days or a week or so. And it looks like it. I sent the documents to him on the 29th of July, and on the 2nd it was filed in. So here's the motion. There's no deficiency. There's nothing that's missing. Everything went smoothly. So this is perfect. So the 24th is his deadline. Anyone that is a party to the case can file an objection to this motion. It usually does not happen. And he should get his order and a check soon after the 24th. So I sent him a follow-up email, and let me just, here's an update. Mr. Gaines, there's an update on your case. Your motion has been filed in, and I just basically copied and pasted this particular link right in the email. Your motion has been filed in, and if there's an objection deadline on the 24th. If no one raises any objections to your motion, I have not seen this ever happen before. I haven't. And then basically the court will cut you a check on or after this particular date. That's that. I don't have to really follow up anymore. Maybe one more time at the end of the month. I did this. It took me 10 minutes to do this, right? And that's an easy way to make a few $100s here and there. I would suggest maybe sticking to around 150 or maybe two. I don't see anyone paying $200 right away. Maybe you could. Maybe they'll pay 100, before you get started, and maybe 100 after. It's just the issue of trying to chase someone down for money. You don't want to become a bill collector and a collection agency. But this is, again, if you are waiting for contracts to come back and that sort of thing while you're going after the bigger fish, you can always catch the low hanging fruit. It's here. Somebody might as well try, right? So I hope that this is helpful to you. Don't discredit these particular districts. It's just a little bit different, a different nuance, but you can still do it, right? And you can do it without sending out mail and waiting for things to come back. And the money can come right to you directly. So just keep that in mind. I will see you in the next video. I hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching.